towards us. And she stopped. Rude little bug. I remember this. Huh? She says to me, Granny, and she says, and who's that? And my granny says, that's Christy's little girl. Ah, she looks like you anyways.
What a bitch.
I'm just a little girl, you know. And so on. So we carry on. And I said to Granny, I could talk to my granny better than my mother. And I go, Granny, who was that? And she said, that's your father's grandmother. She wouldn't say it was a relative, or that's your father's grandmother. That, and you kept quiet. You couldn't ask her any more questions. Oh, you
His
not
grandma.
dare. No,
Your
man,
father's
don't say it.
grandma.
Come on.
Oh,
You
no,
wouldn't dare.
no,
I was even lucky to get what I got back from my granny.
yeah.
But my granny was a little different.
Yeah.
She wouldn't
which
be
one was
rude.
this? Which
My
one was the
granny wouldn't be
Spanish
rude, huh?
Which one was the Spanish lady in your family?
Oh, that's the McDermotts.
Oh.
That's my mother's people.
Mm-hmm.
And what up there, I think, Marianne, I think it's just a descent. I don't think there was any. I think
Way back.
somewhere along the line there was, and it just descent, and they kept a comb, a Spanish comb,
Okay.
and my mother got the Spanish comb, and she was telling Peggy. And my grandmother, McDermott, would tell us that her mother-in-law had black long hair down to her bottom, black Spanish. She was a witch. She looked like a witch. My granny used to say, she looked like a witch. So she was dark skin and Spanish, you see? And again, maybe not a descent of the Irish Amara. I think that's where they came from.
There is
And they came from Kelvinavan.
Yeah, that's just what you told me that.
Yeah,
The
and
McDermott
that's where my grandfather's people came from. There, and we knew nothing more about them. Because Margaret was asking me a question,
right,
and she wanted to go back, and I said, well, he had a sister named Esther, and the mother's name was Marguerite. This is where the Margaret comes in.
All right.
Margarita. This is where the Margaret comes from. And my mother, I think, got that name.
Marguerite,
right?
yeah.
And Esther. And my mother's name was
Esther's
my
from the
mother's
Bible.
my
That's a
sister
Jewish
my
name.
mother's sister's
That's
name
not a
was
tip-
Esther.
is that a
That's
typical
where
Irish
Esther
name,
came
Esther?
from.
No.
Now
That's like
Margaret said, "Oh, and was there anyone else, Meg? Because she wanted to." And I said, "Well, there was Matthew McDermott. That was our grandfather, which he died just after Peggy was born, and he was in the Boer War, and he had malaria, and he was wounded in his leg, and this is what my granny told us.
Right.
And I think the malaria really pulled him down
Yeah,
more.
yeah,
That's needed.
yeah.
But he came back, and he was in St. Kevin's Hospital. At that time, it was for poor man's hospital. I don't know what it's like now. And he was a veteran, you see.
Yeah.
And in Ireland, they gave things a name, and it stuck.
Oh,
Didn't
that's
it?
it, yeah.
Yeah.
And they never knew what the hell was going on
That's
there.
Irish.
They never knew
Never
what the
heard.
hell was
No,
going
no,
on.
no.
But there were nurses and doctors and people looking
No, I
after
know. It
vetting
could be the best,
people.
but
There
that's the
were
poor place.
wounded
yeah.
soldiers, you know.
Yeah.
And he had a brother named Patrick. And I go, that's as far as I know. He had one sister named Esther, and she lived you know, the Rotunda Hospital.
Yeah.
And then there's a street going that way. It's very
Straight on.
low. She lived in the flats in along there.
Yeah.
I don't know what the name
I don't know
is.
what the name of them
And
are,
the
but I
only
know where
reason
they
I
are.
met
They're
her
still
was her husband died or something, and they wanted to let Granny know, and they sent a son down. And he came to Crumlin to tell, no phones,
Yeah.
no
No, there
nothing
was
in
nothing
those
then.
days.
No.
You really had to walk,
Yeah.
get on a bus or
Yeah.
whatever. And when he came, Mommy said it was a cousin, and that he had bad news. and it was to let Granny know, because Granny had known who Esther was, our sister-in-law. That's right. Esther was my granny's sister-in-law, because it was my grandfather's sister. And that was why the importance of coming down to my granny, to Crumlin. After that, never heard nothing. That was the end of it.
But you told me a story. This is
But
fascinating.
again, again, we're going back to segregating. That my family had nothing to do with. We lived in Crumlin, that was it, and that's why she moved.
You were in the suburbs. You're
That's
not
where
Yeah,
she
you were
moved
out of the
outside,
city.
so
Not
that
the city.
she,
Yeah.
we wouldn't be brought up in this inner city.
inner city. Yeah.
And that's why my mom moved to Crumlin, so we would not be brought up in
and you
the
wouldn't be
inner city.
associated
It's
with
totally
anybody in the
different
inner
bringing
city.
up, you
Yeah.
know.
Yeah. But she, this is a
and
fascinating
it's
story.
brand new suburb, brand new school, brand new church. Everything was brand new. There was no communication.
kids.
The only communication was going
And
into the city
classrooms
to
were
see
huge,
my
she
granny.
told us.
Oh yeah, there would be.
The
before she came
education
in
his
class.
mother.
wasn't
yeah.
that good
No, it
because
wasn't, because there was too many
they
children
just
in the
couldn't-
But you
class.
see, the thing
But
is,
one
they don't
teacher.
know
Yeah,
all
yeah.
about these
That's
things.
it,
They don't
like,
know
you
anything
have to
about
and
look
your
that.
after
friend
the
had
whole
to
lot
teach
of
you,
them.
she said.
Yeah.
Now, Mum, tell us a story about your Aunt Esther in England, in London. This
Yeah,
is
I did. I
interesting.
told her.
That they didn't know about
Then
her
it,
for years.
then
They
it,
thought she was dead.
Yeah.
It was over 20 years
couldn't
before
write.
they
They didn't know how to
discovered
write.
her. My father
My
found,
yeah,
remember?
father went round the pubs
He
looking
went
for it
pub
see
to
does
pub
anybody
to
know
find out, again, no cell, no
No, nothing. Can you imagine?
communication.
No internet.
Yeah.
And the only
Your sister not knowing she
communication
was
was
dead.
pub to pub to
It's unreal,
pub,
isn't it?
because that's where
No.
the
So I guess
communication was.
Mum
Yeah.
said it was
And
in the
somebody
50s.
knew
Knew.
her.
That
Before
Knew
she was
all
born.
the couple.
That they
yeah,
found
at
this
that
Esther.
time, yeah.
Yeah.
But I
Oh,
don't.
she was
she
an
doesn't know
Irish
if they ever
girl and
kept
he
in
was
touch
English.
afterwards.
Oh, yeah, I know.
I never heard
oh,
of her
he was
because
in the
my
war.
mother-
Oh,
my
she's still
grandmother
alive.
died in
Yeah, and
58.
she lives
Yeah.
up such and
So
such
that
and
would have
such.
been like 4
my
years
father-
after
my
the
father
recovery
found
of
her.
his family.
Went back to my
And
granny.
she
And
lost
my
her
granny's
husband,
daughter,
but
my
she
mom's
had children.
sister.
I thought,
Yep.
there's
I
another
went
family
back
we
to
don't
my
even know
granny
about.
Exactly.
It's our
and said,
cousin.
well, I found
You
Esther.
don't know about them at all.
I found Esther. See, she was called after her Aunt Esther.
That's a
Esther
very
was Esther
Jewish
and
name,
Maggie.
Esther.
There was
Isn't
Ginny.
it? Yeah.
Yeah.
And Ginny. There was Ginny,
I
my
remember
mom.
Jenny. I used to go up and see Jenny when she was
And then
in
there
the
was
in
Ginny.
the nursing home.
But Ginny lived with
Yeah,
us.
myself and my dad used to go up every
yeah.
Sunday to Jenny.
And there was she had other children that died. She had a little girl named Mary.
Who's this now,
She
Mum?
died, Mom's sister. And then she had Esther and a boy, twins. Esther was a twin.
Okay.
But twins never came back out again. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
None
And
of us
what's the
ever had
boy's-
twins.
No,
But
what's
my
the-
granny had
What's
twins.
the boy's
Yeah.
My
name?
granny Mucker had
Yeah, there
twins.
is no twins in the family from here
No,
from
no,
the
no,
Ireland.
no.
Isn't that funny?
No, there is no
No,
twins.
Esther's twin brother, what was his name?
Oh, he died of
Oh,
birth.
he died at birth. Okay.
He died of birth. And I think Esther was her youngest daughter. I don't know. My mommy was her youngest daughter. I think that's right. Yeah. And she had twins, and then she had mommy again. And remember, she was away. He was away 6 years in India fighting the Boer War.
No, that's in South Africa.
And was it South Africa,
Africa.
somewhere? Yeah.
He went to
in
India.
the Boer War.
okay,
Yeah.
well,
And I think he was posted in India, something like that.
He's got some
But
kind of
we was
award.
away for many years.
Uncle Matt showed me the awards. Or
He
the
had medals,
medals,
like you
yes.
wouldn't
And
believe
there was
it.
one from India. I remember
Yeah.
that being stated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And see, that's why our Matt was called after his grandfather, Matthew.
Yes.
So the redheads are is that from
That's the red
Big
hair.
Dermots.
That's the red hair. I was
Okay.
telling about Matt had red hair. Our Matt.
Yeah, my brother
Yeah.
has redhead. That's
Yeah.
why he was named Matthew.
Yeah.
And Mum said
Yeah.
that.
Yeah,
What's
that's,
Matthew?
that's why I called him
Redhead.
Matthew. When I saw him, I thought, oh my God, he's got to be a Matthew. Matthew Alexander. The father gave him that. But
Well,
I knew
it's
eventually
perfect
he'd
for him,
get called
though.
Matt. But
Yeah,
he was
yeah,
called
always get
Matthew for a
shortened. Yeah.
long, tried to keep Matthew, but it didn't.
didn't
After
happen.
high school, I think
Yeah.
that was Huey and
Yeah.
I
Matt.
used to babysit Huey and Brenda.
Oh, hey.
I did.
Oh God! Remember the time when you're babysitting Huey, and we're over at Monterey, with the
This is on
the devil
Facebook,
the
there
deviled
is. Deviled ham.
deviled ham. So deviled ham is sort of like it's like a pate,
It's a
Right.
pate. Yeah.
right? And it comes in small little cans.
It
It
looks
just
like
came out. it's still in.
Yeah,
But it just came out.
in the 70s.
Right.
Yeah.
And my
Devilworth's
Merinda
Devilworth's
was
ham.
going somewhere, and she asked me to take care of you. And they were both the same age, man. And they be on the kitchen floor
They played so
playing
well.
car cars.
Yeah.
You know, they were really car kids. And most of the time they played like they were terrific, quiet kids. And so it was lunchtime. So I decided that I'd give them make some sandwiches. And so I'm opening the can of ham. And Huey stood up right beside me, and I'm spreading it on the bread. And he said, oh no, Auntie May. Oh, no, we don't eat cat food. Well, Bernadette got the kick. Well, Bernadette, she came home, and I said, you won't believe it, your son just called. I said I was opening and making them a sandwich.
We did this on Facebook.
I said I was making them a sandwich, and I said Huey stood up because they were on the floor, and it was time for them to get up on the table. And Monterey kitchen was like a Hollywood kitchen. It was like one side dining, one. It was really a big
California
kitchen. Really
yeah,
was.
with the
And so the kids could play on the floor, you know, and while I was at the sink with you.
Yeah.
And and he got up, you see, to sit on, to go on the table with Matt, for to sit and have the sandwiches. And when he saw me spreading on the counter, oh no. So I said I'm spreading, and I said, your son turned around and said, oh, we don't eat any cat food. Well, Bernadette, okay, as the years went by, she was babysitting her granddaughter, Kayla.
Oh my, I haven't heard this story.
And it was Huey's daughter. Her name is Kayla Tierney.
Yep.
And so she was taking care of her. And she decided to make some sandwich for lunch, right? And she took down a can of ham, like me, and started to spread it on her on the bread. And then Kayla came and said, oh Nana, no, we don't eat any cat food. The same thing happened to
I
Bernadette.
never heard that story.
Bernadette phone. She had the phone.
my God.
Bernadette got on the phone because Bernadette clicked Bernadette right away.
Yeah.
And she got on the phone and she said, Meg, you just won't believe what just happened to me. I'm making a sandwich for my granddaughter and I'm doing the same thing you did to Huey. And she turns around and says, oh, Aunt Nana, we don't eat cat food.
That is bizarre. And then, just last year, how did that start with the cat food and Huey? Oh, I don't know. How did that happen?
All right. No, he was eating something in Ireland, and you put it on the thing, and I said, oh boy, oh God, I kind of made some on the Facebook.
Maybe it was a beans
Oh,
or
because
something.
I put the breakfast or something, and it probably had the sausage, white sausage, and
That's right, I remember that photo, yeah.
Yeah.
And Huey made some remark. And I turned back and said,
something like, looks like cat food.
It wasn't cat food. And you knew what I was talking about.
And I said, you know better.
Huey grew up with that, what he did.
I said, you forced me, Nana. You forced me, man.
Now, his sister had done the same with his mom, you know.
It went on like there were 6 of them.
But Huey knew immediately what I meant.
Yes.
Oh, God.
Yes, that was funny.
Cat food. Imagine giving your kids cat food. I felt so